Title: The Door That Never Opened. When Samuel Hale walked out of the small, peeling blue house at the edge of Willow Street, he told himself he would come back. He kissed no foreheads, offered no explanations, and carried only a single suitcase. Behind him, 3 children stood frozen in the hallway, too young to understand abandonment, yet old enough to feel its shape settle permanently in their bones. Elena was 12, already sharp-eyed and cautious. Marcus was 9, clenching his fists in confused anger. Little Rose, only 5, kept asking when Daddy would return, her voice growing softer each day. Samuel never answered. He left their mother, Clara, drowning in debt, grief, and silence for another woman, younger, wealthier, and unburdened by responsibility. Samuel convinced himself he deserved happiness, that children were resilient, that time would soften the damage. What he did not understand was that absence does not fade. It hardens. Clara worked herself thin. She cleaned offices at night, stitched clothes during the day, and cried only when the children slept. She never spoke Samuel's name again. Not in anger, not in longing. She erased him like a chapter too painful to reread. Elena grew up fast. She learned how to negotiate bills, protect her siblings, and swallow disappointment. Marcus turned his pain into ambition, promising himself that no one would ever abandon him again. Not money, not power, not control. Rose remembered her father only in fragments, the smell of his cologne, the sound of a laugh she no longer trusted. Years passed. Clara died quietly one winter morning, leaving behind children forged by struggle and love. At her funeral, the siblings stood together, unbreakable, bound not by blood alone but by survival. And they rose. Elena built a technology company that transformed struggling communities. Marcus dominated the financial world with ruthless precision. Rose became a celebrated architect, designing homes meant to shelter hearts as much as bodies. Their names appeared in magazines, their faces on screens, their wealth undeniable. But none of it erased the past. Samuel watched from afar. His second marriage crumbled. The woman he chose over his children left when the money thinned and his health failed. Age bent his spine and regret hollowed his eyes. One evening, sitting alone in a dim apartment, Samuel saw Elena's face on television. Then Marcus's, then Rose's, his children. Successful, powerful, whole without him. That was when he decided to return. He wrote letters first. Long ones, apologetic ones. He blamed youth, fear, mistakes. He spoke of love he had always carried. None were answered, so he came in person. The siblings' office building towered like a monument to everything Samuel had forfeited. When he finally stood before them, smaller, grayer, trembling, he expected anger, tears, even forgiveness. What he met instead was calm. Elena listened as he